Folks, welcome to So Bad It's Good. This is your first episode of the year. I unfortunately did not die last week. I am still here. I do want to warn you, though. My voice sounds a little different because I have two tubes that are still in my nostrils. I have two stents, so it's really maybe uncomfortable to listen to, but I'm here anyways, doing a pop culture roundup. You know her as the host, the co-host of the very popular podcast, Snarkbait, which I will say, I was in a drugged haze this week. And I started getting a bunch of messages about Sophie and Snarkbait, and I thought somebody threatened to kill Sophie. I mean, it was, we'll get into it, because I was like, is Sophie getting sued by... Anyways, the one and only Sophie Ross. Happy New Year, Sophie.
Happy New Year, HNY.
What does that stand for? Is that
Happy New Year?
Oh, I'm not that quick, guys. I'm not really quick on the uptake right now.
Oh my God, I can tell. How are you feeling?
I feel the best I've felt. Like, this thing was no joke. Like, I thought like, okay, I'll still be like, they told me I wouldn't be able to work, but I still thought I could work because I worked through COVID. I worked through my mom's death. I thought it was like, there was just no possible way to work. There's like so much weird blood and it's just gross. It's gross. I get the stents taken out on Tuesday, but the headaches are next level. I've watched a lot of weird shit. I've watched a lot of cool stuff. So that's kind of been nice. I will tell you, you told me to watch Carry On. I liked that. You told me to watch, oh, by the way, we got in trouble. I'm going to say it wrong. That thing you told me to watch, Train to Busan or Busan. I think we're saying it wrong. I got a comment saying we're saying it wrong.
And it reminded me of when I was calling Vladimir Putin. I was calling him Putin. And I got a lot of backlash for that too.
Yeah, we're not, guys, and if anybody had that Sophie would bring up Vladimir Putin in the first 2 minutes of the new year, you have won a prize. I don't know what you won yet. Okay.
What's that? No, I was just going to say, like, yeah, of course, that one time that we were deep diving into Vladimir Putin, like, yeah. Like, why were we even talking about him? Like,
guys, this is not a pop culture podcast. We are strictly switching up to politics from this point on. I'm drugged up. We'll talk about politics. I do want to say, though, it is really highly frustrating is that Monday, the day of the surgery, I wake up. It was really hard for me to get sleep that night because I was nervous. And I wake up to a text from Sophie at like 5 a.m. going, what does the text say exactly? It was, I posted it.
Paige and Craig broke up in all caps. I like actually freaked out. I was on the phone with Henry. He was like going into the office or something. And he was just like, hey, like checking in, what, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I have to go. And you were my first text.
Dude, first off, that means so much to me. But second off, I have to apologize. I was so like, we literally had just done a podcast the night before where you were still saying they're going to break up. I'm like, no way. They're going to get engaged in 2025. It is game over. It is done. And then it turns out they are fully done. She talked about it on her Giggly Squad podcast, and that's where it was first announced. But then this is what you have to explain to me, Sophie, because like I said, I haven't been able to be online as much as I usually have been. Did Paige DeSorbo threaten to sue you? Like, what happened here?
No, you guys. First of all, can I just say that hindsight is like 2020, and now all of a sudden everyone is coming out of the woodwork and being like, the signs were there. Like, I knew
the signs were not there.
The signs were there, but no one was calling them out except me. I was like, she's not into him enough. Like, she's also too smart for him. Like, I knew it, and I won our bet. So, like, what do I get, Brian?
Can somebody go back and listen to the multiple episodes where we talked about this? Because I know we bet something specific. Am I out on my ass? Do I owe you thousands of dollars?
We bet like a large sum of money. So, like, I'm on Zelle. You know where to find me. But no, Paige did not threaten to sue me. You guys, so as we all know, like the cheating rumors have kind of like been out there. It was brought up.
Not that Craig cheated on Paige, but Paige cheated on Craig.
Paige may have cheated on Craig, like on last season of Southern Charm. There was a tweet by reality TV Bliss. If you saw that was like, it seems amicable. You didn't see it?
No, I've been really offline.
Okay. Oh my God, that's so crazy for you.
I know it. By the way, it feels like you're kicking drugs. Like I'm on drugs, but then I felt like I was kicking drugs because I had light sensitivity to look at my phone.
Wait, let me find this reality TV bliss tweet so I can read it for everyone.
Guys, I was facing life or death. You think I have time for Paige and Craig?
Yeah.
I had things jammed in my nose, for God's sake.
Brian, you always have time for Paige and Craig. Like, come on.
I do. And by the way, I will say, going into surgery knowing this, it put I was already sad. It made me think so much sad. I was like, I thought it, not because I was wrong, but I really get like, because I was like, I wanted it for him. Like, I wanted it for Craig. Because you know now what's going to happen is he's going to be on some stupid ayahuasca journey with Shep. You know, Shep and like Austin are so fucking like bonered up. Like, we got our boy back, dude. We got him back.
Wait, have you watched Gladiator 2 yet?
No, is it out on digital?
Yeah,
I can't go outside.
We rented it. First of all, we rented it, and then like our internet was too bad. Like our bedroom TV wasn't letting us watch it, but the purchase went through, and then we were like, we'll just watch it later. Obviously, it expired, so then we rented it again. So we spent
that's like a $20 rental, isn't it?
We spent $20. We spent $40 total, and then as we were watching it, we were like, this is so bad. This is so bad.
Wow, Sophie gives a big thumbs down on Gladiator 2.
Wait, okay, so anyway, this was the reality TV bliss tweet. And they tweeted this on the 30th, so literally that day. And they also
promise us this is not your account, like a secret burner account.
No, it's like a Bravo fan account, but they have like 130K followers, so it's not like a small potatoes account. And they also, for what it's worth, tweeted on the 5th or like early December at some point. They said, Paige and Craig are done. No one's going to believe me right now, but they're done. And so it seems like they might have like an inside source. I don't know.
Well, wait, Sophie, but just to point out to the audience, they did spend Thanksgiving together because we have those photos.
But also now there's a conspiracy theory that maybe they made it seem like they were together. And I don't believe that. I think they genuinely were together on Thanksgiving. But
AI was involved.
But there's that conspiracy theory where it's like maybe they weren't. They were both posting, like she was sending him videos of her backyard. I was like, okay, that's a little too much. But anyway, so Reality TV Bliss tweeted on December 30th. The respect Craig and Paige have now will end during the next season of Southern Charm. After he learns and hears more about what happened behind his back, he will tell the full truth. It's coming and will be a lot for some of you. And so these like cheating rumors have existed and exist regardless of what we say on Snarkbait. But my co-host Christy on Snarkbait heard from a source that Paige had maybe cheated on Craig last summer, and I was like, I'm trusting you. I don't know who your source is. I mean, she told me, and then I was like, okay, this sounds reliable. Anyway, it was not my tea to spill. It was my co-host Christy's. And
yeah, Paige. And let's spell that name correctly for Paige. Christy is
you guys. But in any case, these rumors have like existed
but
already.
Sophie, why can't they just have broken up because they don't have they have different lives?
And we say this, we are team Paige. Like cheating, I think in this situation, and we're also not Craig Conover fans. Like I think Craig is such a pathological liar. I don't think he's a changed man. I think he has a very good facade. So we say we are team Paige. We support women's wrongs. And the cheating, I think in this scenario is probably a symptom of a bigger issue and not the cause. So we're not blaming Paige for the breakup if she cheated, whatever happened, guys. But in any case, these cheating rumors have been flying around. And this TikToker, and again, I'm just saying it did not start with our podcast.
You sound like me talking about the drones in New Jersey. This is how you sound right now. Me talking about the alien drones.
The conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
No, but they exist regardless. But I guess Up and Adam on TikTok cited our podcast and was like, so on Snarkbait, they said this. And so he was talking about the cheating rumors, and then Paige commented, "See you in court." Which I guess is a giggly squad like thing. It's like
but could that just be a joke comment? Like
no, it is. It literally is. They see apparently on Giggly Squad when like a small inconvenience happens, they're like, see you in court, like blah blah blah. So it was like obviously a joke, and I was just like, whatever. Christy was like, oh my God, are we gonna get sued? And I was like, Christy, no, we're not gonna get sued. Don't worry.
Wait, but I will say. Because I know I'm a wussy, I do believe that Craig has changed in a lot of ways.
No.
But I also want to tell the audience that this also could be coming from a place of anger with you, because some people have been blocked by Craig Conover of this week. So I do want to point, and I just want to say this from somebody, me, who is not blocked by Craig Conover, the last I checked.
You think you're so cool now because
Craig
it
is so cool to have. I can literally type in Craig right now.
As one Supreme rises, another falls because Ryan was blocked by Craig for the longest time.
OG.
He was OG hashtag blocked by Craig, was recently unblocked. And then I was blocked and the Starkbait Pod Instagram account. So,
because you hurt his feelings, you hurt his feelers,
you guys. But when I posted that, I posted on Instagram about being blocked by Craig. I got so many DMs from people that are like, I've been blocked for so long because I literally was in the comments of like a Bravo fan page being like, Paige can do better than Craig. He literally like scours the comments of like Bravo fan pages.
Oh, yeah, because that's how I felt like he blocked me years ago, because I never, like, I know what I don't know why he did it, but he must have been really searching, because at the time, I had not even followed Craig, so that was the weird part of it.
I didn't follow him. Yeah, I think it's very hashtag couchy coded. If you know,
and couchy coded, and that's a reference to Jax Taylor, which I do also want to. There's a lot of rumors out there going around that I had a nose job like Jax Taylor. That is not true, folks. This is not anything Jax Taylor related. I will say I have found a lump in my breast like Jax did as well. So we're hoping everything comes out right with that. A lot of protein shakes.
Wait, have you really?
No, that's a throwback. Remember when Vanderpump Rules when he said he had breast cancer?
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, great. Now I've jinxed myself and I'm going to have...
Oh, God.
Anywho. Okay, so Craig blocked you, but I will say just... So they're broken up, and to just make matters worse, Southern Charm this week, this poor dude, what a week to announce the breakup. Literally, Craig's on there telling Paige that he's getting his semen frozen for their babies. And even Paige was like, "What? What did you do?" Like, this poor guy. Let's save Craig's sperm. Let's get this shit.
He was like, "Do you want like a corner in my little craft room?" And she was like, "No." Like, again.
Yeah, I will say now I'm watching through those eyes where I'm like, wow, it really does seem like
she's always been with him. I'm telling you.
Okay.
But what I thought was interesting is when Austin and Craig sit down for their little like conversation. And honestly, like, I kind of see both sides of it. Like, I see how Craig is like, well, you guys just want to party all the time. And like, I'm a grown up now.
He's got a business. He's got to protect.
But at the same time, I don't think Austin is like necessarily like, I miss getting drunk with you. I think he genuinely like misses his friend. I think maybe Craig is all holier than thou now. And Craig says something so disgusting. If you remember this during the episode, he says, I just care about making money, getting healthy, and fucking my girlfriend.
He said, hey, wait. This is a family show. He said making love to my girlfriend. I just want to making love to my girlfriend.
He did not say that, though, for the record. How disgusting. You guys, I'm sorry. If you're like a Craig defender out there, I've been saying for a while, he is not a changed guy. He's still a frat boy douche. And he just puts on a facade for the cameras. And I think Paige is making the best decision of her life.
Sophie, can't I just talk you off the ledge a little bit? Like, why can't we just say that, like, they're both, like, he's definitely at this different place in his life. He wants to settle down. She's not. She has the world by the balls right now. I have turned to not a Paige defender, but I've turned into a Paige fan over the last couple of years. She's funny. She does not need Bravo. This girl could, like, be rid of reality shows tomorrow and she'd be fine. Like, she has her own thing going. Why would she want to give that up and move to Charleston? And it was awkward when you look back and going, hey, Paige, I'm building a pool for you out at our house. And she did play into that for a little bit. I will defend Craig on that. Like, she did say she wanted to initially, and then that changed. But she's got the world by the balls, and what she's crying about in the upcoming trailer for Summer House, which premieres February 14th, she said, which is a very natural worry, because we all go through breakups. We all do. Is I think there's like this fear of like, well, what if people just don't like me anymore when I'm not with Craig? Because she gets a lot of positive attention for that relationship, but she gets so much more positive attention for everything else she does. So she's fine.
She doesn't need Craig. Yeah, she's completely fine. I don't know. I just thought that like that, I would be so pissed if Henry was on some reality show out there talking about fucking his girlfriend or fucking his wife. Like, what?
You should have ended the sentence at if Henry was on a reality show, period.
If Henry was on a reality show, period. And I understand that a lot of people think that Craig, you know, has redeeming qualities, which I'm sure he does somewhere deep, deep down.
Wait, Sophie.
But I wish them both the best. I think they clearly weren't right for each other, and I wish them both the best.
Okay, Sophie, I will say this. Like, I trust you. You are one of my best friends. I really have grown to admire the way your mind works. I want to believe everything that you say. But then what I'll do is I'll go on Instagram And I see you like every fucking post of this Jesse Solomon. This Jesse Solomon has not earned any of your likes. You like literally every post of his. And this guy, I think he's a Craig Jr. And the fact
You're
that you
not
will
wrong.
see the fact that you will not go hard on Jesse Solomon, but you will go so hard on Craig. What if Jesse Solomon gets with Paige?
What? Okay, but what has Jesse Solomon done in front of our I'm just working with what I've seen with my own two eyes. I know that we have some, maybe bad vibes when it comes to Jesse Solomon, maybe some bad anecdotes from people.
No, by the way, I don't mind. I like Jesse. I like Jesse. But I'm just pointing it out. Like, you guys, love Jesse Solomon.
If Jesse Solomon has a bad summer house season and it comes out that he's like a terrible person and a pathological liar like Craig, yeah.
But Sophie,
so far,
he already kind of arguably did because he was like playing so many girls, like he was in that West camp almost.
Okay, but Ryan, not to be a Jesse Solomon defender, he was always very open about who he was. He was very open about the fact that he wasn't trying to settle down, that he was kind of playing the field, that he was very picky and just like didn't want to settle down just yet, unlike West. So you know what?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So,
okay. But also, I think the heart wants what the heart wants is really what we can chalk it up to as well.
All Jesse Solomon has done is like...
You think he's a nice Jewish boy.
Who's a cancer survivor and like...
A two-time cancer survivor.
2 times cancer survivor and a singer. Okay? What's there not to like?
What do you think this... here's the last rumor I wanted to ask you about. So this is the other thing I kept seeing, and this is like I was in a haze. So there's this SNL cast member, Marcelo Hernandez, I think, right? He plays. Domingo.
I don't know where those. I don't know where.
So they were saying, this is the guy that Paige hooked up with. But I want to point out to the audience, this guy, since like he's been on SNL for like 3 seasons now, he's exploded this year with his Domingo character. Everybody loves this dude. I saw his stand-up. He's really funny. But they also had rumors about him with Sabrina Carpenter when the Barry Keoghan stuff was going south because he popped up at one of her concerts in character. So I want to say this rumor is complete bullshit, but I did hear there was a rumor that potentially maybe this person that she might have allegedly cheated with was in a comedy community. Is that something, or is that just like a
yeah, that's what we heard, that it was like an internet personality comedian. Marcelo is not an internet personality comedian. He's like mainstream. He's on SNL. So like, I don't know where that rumor came from, but I did see that did you see that Demois posted that Paige was like spotted with someone on New Year's Eve? And then
no, I didn't see that.
There were, oh, you didn't.
Sophie, I am so like not plugged in right now.
I know. I'm actually like really proud of you.
It's been horrible. By the way, I will tell you, Sophie, this is like the happiest I've been all week. Like I was really scared to do this, and I'm like laughing. I'm like having a good time. So thank you. This is fun for me. I really miss this.
Good. I have never once in my life been like, Ryan, did you see like blah blah? And he's always like, yeah, of course I saw that. Like I've never like broken news to Ryan. This
what
is,
a great invitation. So I'm an asshole when I'm like, no, I have seen that. No, I just see a lot of stuff.
I just love breaking news to you. But yeah, Demois posted on that I guess she was spotted with someone out on New Year's Eve. And I guess other people had said that there was maybe like a photo of her with Marcelo. So that separately could just be a separate thing unrelated to anything.
Yeah, celebrities hang out with... Well, do you remember, Sophie, back in I forgot what season of Summer House, maybe 2 seasons ago, Marcelo was in the background of one of the scenes, not at the Summer House, but like when they're in the city. Marcelo, you can see in the background. Nobody really caught this, but I'm like a geek like that, where I was like, oh, that's that dude from SNL. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was friends with Sierra. And in my head at the time, I was like, of course, dude. These guys want to hang out with hot girls. They're SNL. He's having the time of his life. Not that he's hooking up with Sierra, but you can go back. It's like 2 seasons ago. It was a scene in New York, not in the Hamptons. It was maybe, I don't know if it was Lindsay related, but he was there, and I got, oh wow, I wonder who the connection is here. But it wasn't anything to do with Paige. I thought Sierra.
I assumed that he was friends with Hannah through like the comedy community. Ryan goes quote unquote comedy.
No, so I didn't know. I meant, you know what I meant. But anyways,
did you watch Torching 2024?
That's the net. I did.
Oh, we texted about it.
I texted about it.
I ended up watching it. Did not laugh once.
So Hannah Berner did a segment on this where she got really scoured because she made a Blake Lively joke about her being a "See you next Tuesday."
It was fine.
It was also recorded before any of the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni stuff went down. So it's just like standard comedians do what comedians do. Like, get offended all you want. That's like, it's so stupid that anybody would even try to bring her name into this.
Right. It wasn't even Hannah. I think that Hannah Berner was like completely fine. I thought everyone was fine. I just didn't think it was like anyone was funny. I was like very surprised. I was like, I didn't laugh one time the entire, and I love like roasts like that, like celebrity roast.
Which, by the way, we're like 45 minutes away from the Golden Globes. So
Nikki Glaser.
I'm so excited.
That's the only reason I'm watching. If it was Jimmy Kimmel, you know how I feel about Jimmy Kimmel hosting award shows. If it was Jimmy Kimmel, I literally wouldn't watch. I'm watching.
This is how long we've been doing this show. Just remind people of the Twitter exchange you had with
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy Fallon. Sorry, you said Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry.
I like Jimmy Fallon. We're Twitter friends.
Well, but you made fun of Jimmy Fallon before, and Jimmy Fallon said, "Please be nice to me."
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I made fun of him on
Twitter. And then you were like, "Jimmy, smoke weed with me."
Oh my God, that was literally, that was so long ago. I think that was my birthday in 2021. That was almost 4 years ago, which is crazy. But yeah, I was like making fun of him on Twitter. I can't even remember what it was. And he DM'd me to be nice to him. And then we were like just DMing for a while. And I think I was like high or like smoking. And I was like, we should smoke together sometime. And then he never answered. And then I read like people on Reddit making fun of me for being like, she asked Jimmy Fallon to smoke weed. I'm like, well, next time you're DMing with Jimmy Fallon, like, I dare you to do your spot, okay?
Oh my God.
But anyway, Jimmy Kimmel is who I cannot stand because he's hosted the Oscars 75,000 times, and I'm so bored of him. But I just want everyone to know that I am watching for Nikki Glaser because she's
going to knock it out of the park. Wait, what do you think about Conan O'Brien? He's taken over for Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars this year.
Love that. As long as it's not Jimmy Kimmel. Like, come on, bring it on.
God. But no, Nikki Glaser, I think, is built for this. And what's so cool about Nikki Glaser, I was reading, like, she was like she's been working this routine for the last month. And even this weekend, she was like doing pop-ins at like 5 comedy clubs in Los Angeles a night just to make sure the jokes were working on different audiences. Like that, like that's the stuff that I read about it as a kid that you romanticize of like how much work goes into it. It's like weird jazz music. Like they're just musicians up there trying to get the right reaction. Okay, Sophie, you might be paying attention because you always have like 30 news feeds going on. Has Kylie Jenner showed up with Timothy Chalamet at the Golden Globes yet? On the carpet. Because that's what we talked about last week.
I actually have not been watching like the red carpet or anything, so I don't know, but I will check Twitter. But like, I think the pregnancy rumors are really funny. Like, I don't think it's true. If she shows up with a belly, like I'll eat my words. But yeah.
So yeah, guys, there's a rumor that Kylie Jenner is pregnant with Timothy Chalamet's baby, which, by the way, did we start that rumor last week? Because I think that was one of my predictions yes, but I was so wrong about the Craig and Paige thing. So I was like kind of completely out of sorts. But I really think they're going to walk the red carpet. They got to. They were at the Golden Globes last year. They didn't walk the red carpet, but they were spotted together.
You know what? I think it's going to be like they did last year. Like she just like shows up. I don't think she's going to walk. I personally don't think she will.
Dude, you know what I watched this week when I was sick? Dune 2 with Timothy Chalamet.
What'd you think?
Loved it. This kid's, dude, I am so converted into being a Timothy Chalamet stan. Like this guy can do no wrong.
I am Club Chalamet. Like I am Club Chalamet. I'm sorry, you guys. Like I had to suppress my feelings about like that Golden Globe seating chart where it was revealed that Kylie's going to be there sitting in between Timothy and
wait, explain to the audience what that was. So
Golden Globes hosted like the seating chart and it was all the people like Cynthia Erivo and Ariana and like all like where everyone's sitting and it goes Elle Fanning, Kylie Jenner, Timothy Chalamet. Like Kylie Jenner sitting in between Elle Fanning and Timothy Chalamet. So yeah, I'm sorry. Like I am Club Chalamet.
I read this one post of like talking about Kylie Jenner's kid of like Timothy Chalamet is the father that stepped up.
Oh yeah, he's not the stepfather. He's the father that stepped up.
Wait, guys, I just want to take you back to like 2 or 3 Christmases ago. Remember when Pete Davidson was like hanging out with like North and all of Kim's kids. And remember when Kim let him one of his Bentleys and he went to like a medical marijuana spot, but he didn't have his ID, so he got turned away. It was like right at Christmas time. The Daily Mail was all over it. Like, how funny. Like, these kids have like these gigantic superstars just pop in and out of their lives.
I know, that's actually so funny to think about, that like Pete Davidson and Kim, like, I forgot that happened.
I don't. Isn't it weird? You just forget about it. Okay, so we've got a big week in television. Wait, last thing about Paige. How do you think Paige will handle this in terms of she's going to have to do press for Summer House? She's going to pop up on the rest of the season for Southern Charm. We're going to have the reunion still. How do you predict Craig and Paige will maneuver this? Because I think they enjoyed, or at least Craig really enjoyed, being the first couple of Bravo for a golden moment.
Yeah. I mean, I think Paige is going to be just fine. I think she honestly sounded, I listened to the episode where she talks about it, obviously. I think she sounded like low-key excited. Like, I think she's excited to be single.
She's got she's got the world on a string, man. She's going to kill it.
It's just funny because at the top of the episode, she was like, I said I wouldn't cry. And like acted like she was about to cry, like her voice was cracking, and then she never cried. Like, I don't think she's sad. I think that Craig is obviously devastated because it wasn't his decision as far as we can tell. And he also still hasn't released a statement. So I'm more curious how Craig, what his first statement about all of this is going to be.
Didn't he spend New Year's Eve with like one of the Gretzkys?
Paulina Gretzky and her husband. Yeah.
Well, I mean, first off, kudos for him for not releasing a statement. Sometimes, like, you don't need to release it, like, for, like, a hot minute. Like, don't fall into that trap. But I listened to a little bit of the Giggly Squad thing or the clips of it, and the thing that stood out for me was Paige said, I know I loved him, and I think he loved me.
Yes.
What do you think she meant by that? I think he loved me.
I think it means that, and I'm sorry, you guys, I feel like I keep like interrupting Ryan, and I know
no, God, you're not at all. This, guys, I'm just like blowing my nose every time.
People tear me to shreds when I interrupt Ryan. I promise.
Wait, do they really?
To. Yeah, I always see comments. Sophie, stop interrupting
guys,
him. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, guys. This is what we do.
Nice. Please be nice.
Yeah.
I'm on my period. I'm extra sensitive right now.
Me too, you guys. I'm bleeding through my nose.
So I think what that means is that obviously we can discern that it was her decision. Like, she was like, I still have love for him. I think he still has love for me. Like, I think she's like, I imagine he's very hurt. He probably wasn't very happy about it. It wasn't his decision. Or it could even be like kind of a red flag that like it's not as amicable, because she does say on the podcast, it's completely amicable. There was no drama. There's no scandal. There was no scandal. It's just like two adults that were going in different directions and wanted different things.
Which, by the way, happens all the time in real life.
Happens all the time. But like that comment, I think, did stand out to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, like, why are you saying
what did Hannah say about it?
Who?
Hannah, her co-host, Berter.
About
Craig, like about the breakup. What did she say?
Oh, I thought you listened to it too.
No, I just listened to little clips. Hannah
was just like popping in with like little like, jokes to lighten the mood. She didn't really say anything like deep. I'm trying to jog my memory.
The other thing I thought was interesting, she did say he's the best boyfriend I've ever had.
Yeah.
She was like, but also like we're all different animals. Like the way Paige operates isn't the way Craig does or any of us. So like some of you guys might think it's crazy, but for Paige, this is what works for her. Now, moving on to some good news finally. Guess what? We are proud aunts and uncles because Gypsy Rose Blanchard had a baby.
Woo!
The father is Craig Conover from Southern Charm fame. Now, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, they welcomed a baby. This is her boyfriend or kin. It's their first child. He posted an Instagram post with pictures of the new mom.
What's the baby's name?
Gypsy Jr. I don't know if they've released the baby's name, actually.
Wait. Really? I want to know.
No, I know. I got it. Oh, it's Aurora Raina Urker.
Oh, okay. That's actually not as insane as I thought it would be.
I was scared. I was scared she was going to name it after her mom.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
No, like I got scared for a second that she was going to do it to like honor her mom. And that was me so dark.
Oh my God, no. Nor.
Grr. Okay.
Nor.
This is a big week in Bravo, you guys. So thankfully, I'm healing, so I can talk about a lot of these things this week. But Sophie, there's a lot of TV to watch this week because we have this is a lot of shit, you guys. We have Potomac that airs tonight, along with Married to Medicine.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm
Yeah.
interrupting Ryan. You guys, trigger warning. Potomac is so bad this season.
Wait, okay. It only got bad the last couple of episodes. It was really on the upswing, Sophie. I thought
it was. I had high hopes for it at the beginning of the season, but it's like the Mia of it all. Like, well, it's just like it's been so bad, you guys. And last season was bad, and they even like got rid of. They switched up with the cast. It's like I don't know what else.
I think it was on the upswing, except for the past couple of episodes. I think what's going to be really hard for this is fucking Karen Huger having seen all of this shit and having to watch Karen the rest of the season before the reunion be able to speak for herself and if she even shows up. But anyways, that's on Monday. We got Below Deck Sailing Yacht. Tuesday, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is back. A new episode of Real Housewives of New York. Wednesday, we got Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And this is one of our last new episodes of the year because January 15th is the final episode, then a 3-part reunion. Then on Thursday, we have a new episode of Southern Charm and Southern Hospitality's second episode. Did you watch Southern Hospitality, Sophie? You got it.
I still haven't I know I need to, but I still haven't gotten into it. But I'm caught up on Beverly Hills, Salt Lake City, and Southern Charm.
Sophie, there's this guy TJ that works, a really good, like cute gay kid. Good guy.
I know. I actually best friends with, and I watched it. But like
best friends with Joe Bradley, who's now dating this girl Maddie, who's a DJ. Used to open up for DJ James Kennedy, actually. And get this, in the preview for next week's episode, it comes out that Joe Bradley is hooked up with TJ. And in the first episode of this season, they finally fucking came out with it that Joe Bradley did have sex with Countess Luann.
Yes. And can I just say also, am I allowed to say that
what are you going to say?
Can I say that you literally gave me that tea at my wedding?
Listen, I like to show up to weddings with gifts. I like to give gifts. Listen, I'm proud of these kids. They're good kids. They're making a show. But these guys are ready to pop off. I hung out with a couple of them at Sophie's, like during that week of Sophie's wedding. This Joe Bradley, he's on another level, dude. Like he's just so funny. But this TJ has a heart of gold. Brad's a good guy. Like check out this show. But guess. Okay, now Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you're caught up on. We're going to have like the final part of their trip because Lisa Barlow just stormed off at her Vita party in Puerto Vallarta or wherever they're at. What do you think so far this season?
I am loving this season. I think it's amazing television. I will say that I feel like the tide seems like it's turning a little bit on Braun.
Okay, so that's a great point. Like Braun did so much. She gave us so much so soon. And she seems to be losing it a little bit. And I do want to point out that Braun is untouchable in a lot of ways because she does this thing where she's like, I'll just be open with everything. And in fact, did you see this thing this weekend with her posting stuff about Lisa Barlow?
Lisa, yes.
Can you explain to the audience that you took that as?
So basically, Lisa, I guess, replied to someone on Twitter. Like Braun was like, it was an account praising Braun or something. And then Lisa goes, what did she say? She was like, okay, Braun, this must be run by Braun.
Yeah, this must be run. Yeah.
Something just mean. And
it was
then
Braun
kind of went off about how her and Lisa, I really can't gauge like how close they actually were.
Well, so she posted all these texts from their past and it showed that like Braun was trying to be a caring friend. And so she posted all these screenshots and she was then commenting on her own screenshot saying, I guess I was the fool thinking we had a real friendship when all along I should have seen the signs like Paige and Craig. I should have seen the signs that Lisa was in it just for the show or whatever. That was what it was alluding to. But she just dropped all that information. And remember, they've already filmed the reunion. So that's already out there. I do worry she's getting too close to the sun. Lisa Barlow is a very powerful housewife. No matter how you feel about her, everybody wants Lisa's attention on that show. Heather, Braun, everybody wants Lisa's attention. She must be like she just must be such a force that they all want her approval. But I get nervous about Bronwyn, and especially coming off the episode we saw where she, her and her husband Todd had an iPad infidelity.
Oh yeah. And that is a good point about Bronwyn, that like she puts everything on the table so that it can't be
Used
against her. Like I actually like love that about her, because I feel like she is a perfect housewife in that way, that she actually puts it all out there. Like the Todd stuff, and Todd, very dark energy around him.
The Todd father.
Like there's just like a lot to unpack when it comes with her. And she's also like filthy rich, has interesting style. Like I do think that she's a perfect housewife. I just think it's interesting how the tide is turning a little bit with her going against Lisa. Like she's really going against the big dogs.
Well, but that's what I love too, because we're not supposed to love everybody every season. So it gives like another flavor. Like that's good. It adds for like consistency through like multiple seasons. So she's already got that in the bag. Can I guess who? This is Salt Lake City related. And this really made me feel like I was on like a lot of drugs, which I was this week. Not the fun, not the ayahuasca kind, Shep. Sorry. Guess which Salt Lake City housewife has been texting me?
Mary Cosby.
God, could you, oh my God. Could you imagine?
Wait, am I supposed to guess again? Meredith Mark.
God, now I feel like a loser.
Brittany.
No, Meredith.
Brittany?
Yeah, Brittany.
Yes. I love Brittany. You guys.
All right, I just got so excited I unplugged my mic. 1 sec. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so Brittany Bateman, we were emailing about a project, and she said, "What? Text me. It's easier." And I said, Brittany, I'm going in for surgery right now, and I can't talk to you, this week. But so I just texted with her today, and I said, I can't talk to you until after Wednesday. I get my stents taken out. And she said, bless your heart. Hope you're hanging in there. Isn't that nice?
Oh my God, I love her. You guys, I love Brittany. I don't want to hear it if you don't like Brittany. Like,
did you see that her and Jared Osmond supposedly became Instagram official? We talked about that already.
He claimed her. And also, didn't an Osmond just pass away?
Yeah. I think one of the Osmonds did pass away last week. So hopefully I should have.
Which one, Ryan?
I don't know, but like they're all beautiful in God's eyes. But thank God I don't know Brittany enough where I shouldn't send condolences, right?
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Okay. Well, anyways, moving on to another housewife thing. Did you follow this Jen Aydin bullshit of her getting into a fight with
her? I hate
a customer or like a service employee at Jersey Mike's at an airport?
I hate
she
her.
Like went off because like she couldn't make up her damn mind. I know Jersey Mike's subs are delicious, but she couldn't make her damn mind, and then went off on social media about this. And then the Jersey Mike employees started going off on Jen Aydin. Mm-hmm. And now Jen Aydin has like lost a job on a cruise ship that she was supposed to be on with Teresa and Dolores. But like, I'm sorry, Jen Aydin just seems miserable sometimes when it comes to like normal people.
The best part of the video. So first of all, it's like an elderly, an 80-year-old woman wants to be working at an airport, Jersey Mike's, on New Year's Day.
That's the dream. Yeah, on New Year's Day.
Obviously not. And she was like, I just can't believe she thought this made her look good. Like she exposed herself because she obviously is the one that looks bad. She's like bitching out everyone, like there are other customers in line that are like annoyed with her and she's like bitching them out. And she's like, I am a celebrity. I'm a celebrity, bitch. Like calling herself a celebrity.
At a Jersey Mike's of all places.
Jersey Mike's, and like bitching out the employees, the people working there, and making fun of how slow the 80-year-old is cutting the meat. Which, by the way, that's why I love Jersey Mike's. Fresh deli meat. Right. It's just right.
All of us here at So Bad It's Good love Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is so good, you guys. Hella fresh. But Like, you think that 80-year-old woman wants to be working there? Like, that says a lot about our country, that an 80-year-old woman needs to be working at an airport, Jersey Mike's on New Year's Day. Like, that's sad.
But also
Any
it
other
says something,
normal
even
person.
if it says something like no matter what age, to yell at any service employee on New Year's Day of all days. Like, I get it. Like, it's like life sucks, but like, you're Jen Aydin, you're rich, you're traveling somewhere cool. I had to watch this girl like take herself to every Taylor Swift concert this past year. She's like doing fine. Like, think about the less fortunate, and you're gonna get your sandwich, you're gonna get your food. Like, it's all good. But this is like the final nail in the coffin. I already knew they weren't bringing her back on Jersey, but like this, like fully, like she just makes it worse now for the rest of the cast that are trying to get their jobs back on Jersey.
She also at one point is like, and my husband's a doctor. Like, okay, no one asked. Literally no one asked.
Okay, so we have that. Let's see here. Oh, this was interesting. And listen, I owe you guys a fourth part on the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. Thank you for all the people that fucking reached out, that listened to that thing. So there's a fourth part because obviously what happened that I knew was going to happen, but it dropped, was that Justin Baldoni filed a lawsuit with other people, Wayfarer Studios included, by Brian Friedman, his lawyer, against the New York Times. And then Blake Lively immediately hit Justin Baldoni with a personal lawsuit for sexual harassment. So there's a lot of things. I will be covering this, but there's a lot of paperwork, and my mind's just not at a place where I can do the proper walkthrough that I would love to do for you. But do you have any thoughts on this, about any of this, Sophie?
I need to listen. Stuff. I actually have been meaning to listen to your series about it because I feel like there's so much surface level stuff out there, and I need like the deep dives. But I did see a TikTok that was like, everyone is switching over to Justin Baldoni's side because they think, oh, well, like, because of the discovery phase and blah, blah, blah. And that means nothing. It's all performative. He is doing the things that he thinks will make stupid people who don't understand the law side with him. Like, anyone who actually knows the law is like, no, he doesn't really have a case.
But you know what I hate, Sophie, is that like we've all turned into, like, I say it in my like IG bio, like pop culture historian or some bullshit like that. It's tongue in cheek. I love pop culture. Yeah. I am not a lawyer. I am not a journalist. I'm not a reporter. And all these, like, sorry, I'm sounding like an old man here, but like, that's what's annoyed about TikTok, is that they will fucking like run out a lie quicker than the truth 10 times out of 10.
Wait, I love the saying, sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I love the saying that's like, a lie will be around the world before the truth even gets on.
But like on TikTok, they just run with these, and it's bullshit. Like, the court papers are right there. You've got to be a discerning listener, a viewer, like, of all of these things. You've got to actually pay attention, because we are being manipulated every day 10,000 ways, from what you eat, what you're advertised to, what you watch, all of it. So the fact is, at the end of the day, we all want Blake Lively to be this fucking horrible person. Like, we all seem to really want to believe this. And by the way, she probably has really fucking bad days where she's not a great person, and she probably has really good days where she's a great person. Justin Baldoni. Okay, I finally watched It Ends With Us while I was sick this week.
Oh God, I like refused.
I finally watched it.
Was it terrible?
First, well, it wasn't my cup of tea. I'm going to read the book next, and I'm going to read the sequel. But what I will say, from having read the full 80-page complaint, his character, Riley or whatever, anyways, his character, it really made it seem like he was like method acting and being creepy, like his character is creepy to Blake Lively's character in the movie, and just certain demands. And like, there was just, I think, a manipulation that I don't even know how aware he was of it, but you can get too lost in the sauce. This dude was so about championing women's issues that I think he just kind of lost touch at a certain point, and then got so paranoid that he wanted to like turn things against her to protect himself, and it just made everything that much worse. But now there's going to be lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. I don't know. Anyways, the movie, it's like, it's just so funny. The movie's about domestic violence, and this to me just seems like another like added piece of violence to this whole narrative. And
another like form of violence against like a woman. Yeah, I mean, the only people who win in all of this are the lawyers, who are going to make a shit ton of money. But like either way, it sounds like a nightmare for like just everyone involved. Justin Baldoni sounds like a piece of shit. And like, also, like, I think I said this last week, like, two things can be true at once. Like, I didn't love how Blake like answered questions on the press tour and like was promoting her hair care and also like with her. I think Ryle. So Ryle's like the abusive guy.
Yes.
Remember at like the party? I guess they had some party where they were promoting like Betty's Buzz, which is her like sparkling seltzer or whatever, her seltzer brand. And there was a cocktail called All Riled Up, like about the abuse. It was like named after the abuser in the movie.
But by the way,
there were things that I don't agree with that Blake did during the press tour, but that doesn't.
But also, no, it doesn't negate. I will say, but like Hollywood's back, baby. Hollywood is cheesy as fuck sometimes, and also Blake's not there. Like, listen, she might sign off on these things, but she's not there going, "Hey, let's do a Ryle recipe." You know, there's like you're a copywriter. You've been a copywriter in the past. You're like you have to do bullshit tasks sometimes. You're thinking of these weird things to like put out for like promo events. So it is interesting. I will say though, I just kept thinking like how he still retains the rights to the sequel of that movie, which I don't believe we'll ever see.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, at this point, there's such a bad taste in everybody's mouth from this movie that I don't know why he would ever. That's what sucks. Like somebody like Colleen Hoover, who is a best-selling author, this was her first film. Like she's been so like successful in books, and it's like, welcome to Hollywood. Like this was like a personal story, I guess, that she dealt with, with like DV and all of this. And I just think how business is fucked up. It's crazy, you guys, like across the board.
Yeah, Colleen Hoover will be fine though.
No. She's obviously amazing.
She's fine, you guys. She writes like a third grader and like is a billionaire. So like,
what are you? I'm like, I
I'm a Colleen Hoover book hater. I'm sorry.
I love Colleen Hoover.
You love Verity?
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna start reading.
You guys, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun. I also like my mother-in-law was reading Verity once, and I was like, "How's that third grader book?" I like make fun of anyone who reads Verity, and I know how mean that sounds. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I know I'm just being a cunt. I'm sorry.
Well, I will say, Christy, the co-host of Stark Bait, if you're listening, I'd love to co-host an episode with just you, Christy, about Jesse Solomon. Just what's the snark on Jesse Solomon?
Chrissy hates Jesse Solomon.
And Sophie will take the week off. Okay, so a couple of more things. This was interesting. Did you see that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber unfollowed Scooter Braun this weekend? And then Scooter Braun deactivated his Instagram account.
Yes, like what is going on with that?
Well, it's very weird. Like there's so many like kind of like rumors and like, by the way, Scooter Braun is also one of the owners of one of the publicity firms involved in the Blake Lively Justin Baldoni mess.
Yes. And also something else interesting is that I guess Justin Bieber also unfollowed. Oh my God. Wait, who was it? I was just texting someone about it.
Oh my God.
He unfollowed his old publicist, Allison Kay, also. So I don't know what's going on in Justin Bieber world. Like, what do you think is happening?
Wait. I just checked Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has unfollowed me. He does not follow me on this app at all. Oh my God. No.
Justin Bieber blocked Stark Bait. No, I'm kidding.
What's the Stark on Justin Bieber? Well, a lot of people are also saying the Diddy stuff. Like there's still questions around Diddy. I mean, there could be a range of options, but like Hailey and Justin unfollowed. And then did you see that like drama that was going on over the holidays or maybe this past week with Hailey and Justin, like supposedly in their Instagram stories to each other?
Hailey and Justin in their I think
like they were in like a fight, like they were, I don't know.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Actually, that they were like sending each other like messages subliminally on their Instagram. Yeah,
they were in like separate locations, but they were acting like us, like when we get upset at a real relationship, and then you take it online and you post like song lyrics to get back at the other person.
Like, what is going on with them?
I don't know, but they're like, you don't have to do this. You're like billionaires.
Yeah. And also like, I feel like Hailey Bieber, like, I feel like she already has to deal with so much scrutiny around her relationship. I can't picture her like inviting more scrutiny around her relationship. No.
But anyways, if any of you guys know why they have unfollowed, but Scooter Braun took it so hard, he deactivated his IG completely.
In
very sad news, but I did want to bring this up. Because I was a fan of this gentleman's films. His name is Jeff Baena. He's a writer, director, and husband of actress Aubrey Plaza, who has passed away at the very young age of 47 years old. He directed this really funny film that I loved called Life After Beth. and he directed a couple of great films actually, and he also worked with the director David O. Russell on I Heart Huckabees, but he passed away. He took his own life. And I just think this was horrible. Aubrey Plaza was supposed to present tonight at the Golden Globe Awards. Obviously, she will not be presenting, or at least I hope she is just being around people that love her. But this was such a tragic thing, and I want to say to the audience, like, I was texting with somebody about this, is that especially around a new year, like, you might be really happy or you might be really sad, and life is really tough. Like, it's like there have been a couple of times in my life where I've been like, like there have been precipice moments, like one bad thought, one bad moment. And sometimes you don't have the strength to like hang on, but just know that like there are people you could talk to. I know that might be embarrassing or you might feel ashamed because of it, but these things happen so much, and so many people that think these thoughts, and we should not hide that at all. We should try to be as open as possible because these tragic events can be prevented. But I do know how tough life is, and I wanted to say that because I've been thinking a lot about it going into a new year, as always. So sorry to bring the show down. I just wanted to say that really quickly.
No, thank you for saying that. And yeah, it's just a sad story, and sending my love to Aubrey Plaza and just everyone who loved him. It's just terrible.
Okay, so as we start winding down here, wow, I really blew it with that guy. God, I really sorry.
No, but it's true. I feel like there is something about like maybe it's just because it's like January, like, and it's like after the holidays, and you're just like, it's just like there's nothing. It's just gross and cold, and it feels like
it feels
like there's nothing to look forward to. I hate the month of January. Like I think
really
also
always since you were a kid.
Yeah, always. I just hate this time of year. Like after the holidays, I'm like, oh, and then I hate spring. It's my birthday. I've always hated my birthday. I just hate this time of year. And I think I'm also coming down from that high of like the honeymoon. And now I'm just like, well, now what? Like, it's just a sad bummer time of year, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't like it. So I feel you if you've been down in the dumps lately. I know that Henry, my husband, also, who's like the happiest, like he's always happy. And I know that he's been down in the dumps. It's just like, just this time of year, I think.
Oh, I know. Well, Sophie, I will say, and I was talking to your husband at the wedding, and he was like, dude, the only things I care about right now, he's like Bitcoin, fucking football, and fucking my sweet wife. That's what he said at the wedding. He's a simple man. He's like a very happy. His vows, he said, I just want to fuck my wife. And we were all shocked, but then we were like, you could see their love. So we loved that at the same time. Sorry, Henry, if you're listening.
All I care about is that my belly's full and my balls are empty. That actually, there's like a viral like vows where the husband says that.
And then he high-fived the rabbi, and it was uncomfortable because the rabbi wouldn't high-five him back, and he's like, "Look at me, rabbi! Look at me when I'm talking to you." It was kind of awkward at the wedding, but it was
our wedding video is going to be ready like any day now, so you guys can all see it soon.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I did. There was two last things. Did you follow this? What the fuck's going on with Alabama Barker?
I honestly, I cannot. I am not following it. I know that it's something with bad baby. Remember, she's the girl from Dr. Phil that was like, "Cash me outside." How about that? Yeah, so it's her. And I guess they are fighting over her baby daddy.
Yeah, her baby daddy, but Bad Baby, I guess, has cancer now, or is fighting cancer, getting over cancer. And Alabama Barker, like was hooking up with this guy, and then she got into it and started making fun of like OnlyFans models, which is like, don't make fun of OnlyFans models. But then she got into this fight with this one OnlyFans creator, and this OnlyFans creator like ended her on TikTok. I love that I'm an old man. Like I was like giggling about this, and then it turns out Alabama Barker on her close friends' Instagram stories is literally sending pictures of like her butthole on her close friend's Instagram story.
Where is like, I know that Travis, her dad, is just like he just like likes her Instagrams, but I'm like, where are her parents?
Where's Kris Jenner in all this? Where's Kris
really
when we need her?
Like it actually makes me really sad when like
it does. It makes me sad.
I don't know. It's like it's almost like kind of reminiscent, speaking of Kylie Jenner, of like Kylie Jenner when she was like a teenager. It's like, where are your parents?
Remember with Tyga? Tyga?
No, like it literally is like, where are your parents? Like it's sad. Like you're a teenager.
Okay, and then I want to give a special shout out to another podcast, Vanderpump Rules Party Podcast. They did the impossible. I found out about this from one of the hosts a couple weeks ago at the Jeff Lewis live show, and I kept my mouth shut. But they got the first interview with Laura Lee from Vanderpump Rules Season 1. I finally felt well enough to listen to it today, and I gotta tell you, man, go listen to this podcast. I was so happy for the host of that podcast. I've known them for a long time. But like, I thought I never, like, she was very open. She talked, she only got $500 for the season and she had to fight for that. She talked about how Jax stole Stassi's Xanax and then blamed it on Laura Lee. Jax stole Stassi's dog. Like, the details in this are stunning. Did you get to listen to it yet?
I haven't listened to it yet. I saw Vanderpod recaps.
Oh yeah, I love Vanderpod recaps. Yeah.
Love Vanderpod recaps.
Love them.
Friend of the pod.
Yep.
And I read the recap, but I need to listen to it because I love Laura Lee. We all know I'm a Laura Lee stan.
You got to listen to it, you guys. I was also left with so many other questions, not because they didn't ask the right ones. It's just that I wanted to spend more time with her, but it just like she was young. She was like, dude, I was like trying to like, I needed $500 to pay my rent. And she also said that Jax never pretended never lied to her about who he was. It's just that he lied about everything else. And I just thought it was so interesting. She also said that Jax and Sheena are made for reality television.
Yeah.
That Jax is made for this. I thought it was really, really
interesting. They also obviously talk about like the AA meeting breakup and how he literally showed up like late and then just like broke up with her. He didn't even like sit there for the whole meeting.
Guys, one of the best scenes in reality television history.
That was when Henry was hooked.
It really was so good.
And was hooked.
Okay, wait. Do you have 3 more minutes? I know it started. Are you recording it?
Yes, I'm recording it.
I just to finally. So, what did you and Henry do for New Year's Eve? What was your New Year's Eve?
Nothing. Actually, one of my girlfriends just moved into my building, which is very exciting. So she
is that girl that said you should be pregnant earlier that you were telling us about last week?
Yeah. It's the 7-year-old woman from the elevator that told me I'm too barren and old to have kids. No, it's good though. I have an ally now in my building in case I run into that bitch again. So she came over and then we just took edibles and
what did Henry do?
Yeah, took an edible.
What'd you watch?
Oh, Henry, it was the 3 of us. Yeah.
Oh, wait, kind of like Katie and Schwartz and Stassi on their honeymoon. They went like honeymoon together.
Yeah, it was just the 3 of us. We just stayed in and hung out and yeah.
Did you watch Andy and Anderson?
You were probably just like passed out, right?
No, well, actually, I'd slept throughout the day. This is how we rang in the New Year's. We watched The Substance.
Oh, I love The Substance. What do you think?
I loved it, dude. Rebecca loved it. Like, Rebecca thought she was like, this is all. I thought Rebecca was going to be real queasy, but she loved it. It was
I'm
great.
very squeamish too. And as long as you can like I definitely like covered my eyes for like some parts of it. As long as you can get through some of the body horror stuff, like it is just such a powerful, like just timely message. And it really makes you like, you'll look in the mirror and be like, I'm so happy I look like me.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, also I want to recommend to people on Amazon Prime, there is a new movie called My Old Ass with Aubrey Plaza. I know it's a weird title for a movie, but it is a beautiful, very funny, touching movie. It's an hour and a half, Amazon Prime, called My Old Ass. It's directed by Megan Park, who's an actor as well. She wrote it. I thought it was beautiful. So go check that out if you get a chance.
Did you end up watching any of the other recommendations? Did you watch Juror Number 2?
Sophie, we watched it last night. That's the one I was a little out of it, so I said I like Carry Out, but fuck you on Juror Number 2.
What?
That movie's ridiculous. That movie's ridiculous. The movie and the way that movie ends, everybody should go to jail that's involved in that movie. Because like, okay, so he obviously is the guy that like. I'm just so frustrated because it's like, what do you think she did? Do you think she turned him in, or do you think the lawyer?
Oh no, I think she's like, it's time for justice. It's time for you to pay for what you did. I think it's very clear when the movie ends that he is about to finally face consequences.
Dude, but he has a kid to raise.
Okay, so someone's dead because of him.
I don't. That movie was very frustrating for me to watch.
I thought it was good. You guys don't listen to her. I did think it was funny though, if you watched it, how like just like the Chris Messina, he's like a public defender. He's just like, yeah, he didn't do it. Like, I don't know who did or what happened, but like, he didn't do it. And it's like no one came up with the idea that like it could have been a hit and run. Like it was like no one thought of it until the jury thought of it. It was just like that was kind of like unbelievable.
Rebecca said it was the best Lifetime movie she's ever seen.
You guys, it was good.
No, no, Rebecca loved it. I hate it, but she said it was the best Lifetime movie she's ever seen.
Clint Eastwood is like 97. He directed this in his 90s, you guys. Like,
guys, it looks beautiful. The acting's beautiful. It's just a ridiculous storyline where I felt like I wasted 2 hours, and then it's like I have to feel fucking bad because this guy is going to be like they're trying to raise a family.
Wait, did you finish the Squid Game season 2?
I did. Did you?
Yes, loved it.
Wait, what did you think?
I loved it. And also Gong Yu, who's the hot salesman recruiter at the beginning, he's the star of Train to Busan or Train to Busan, however you pronounce it. He is the star of that movie.
Is he really?
Yes. He's
the
lead
God.
actor. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, yes, he's in Squid Game.
Wait, did Henry like Squid Game too?
We loved it. I mean, it obviously ends on like kind of a cliffhanger because the other 8 episodes of the season are coming out. It's like a new season.
In the fall.
Yeah, but it's coming out. I thought it was the summer. But either way, Gong Yu, the salesman recruiter, is so fucking hot. Like he is my new like celebrity. Like maybe he's just my new Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, wait. Sorry. One last thing. You fucking got me into football and I fucking hate you for it. And
why?
I'm so pissed at the Chiefs right now.
Oh, I know.
Because they didn't play Mahomes or Kelsey or anybody, and they needed to beat the Dolphins today, so the Bengals had a chance.
They needed to beat the Broncos.
The Broncos.
And also the Jets. The Jets needed to beat the Dolphins, which I don't think happened either. So the Bengals are not in. Oh, the Jets did. The Jets did beat the Dolphins. You guys, all that needed to happen was for the Chiefs to beat the Broncos, and that was the last thing that needed to happen to get the Bengals in the playoffs. Didn't happen.
But they killed it in this game this past weekend. They killed it. And my theory is that the Chiefs purposely threw that game because they did not want to face Joe Burrow in the playoffs.
Exactly. And I don't even think that's like a theory. Like, I think that that's actually what they did. They knew that they didn't want to face the Bengals in the playoffs, which is fair. And it's honestly, the Bengals have no one to blame but themselves for not getting in the playoffs. Like, I feel bad for the players, obviously, but like, they should have won more games. Like, I can't even feel bad for, like, I do kind of feel bad for them, but like, they have no one to blame but themselves. But what I do think is funny, so the Chiefs like sat their starters because they already clinched like the 1 seed, and they obviously didn't want to play the Bengals in the playoffs. So they just like, whatever. But they have a first round bye. That's what happens when you clinch the 1 seed in the playoffs. You don't have to play the first week of the playoffs. So these players are going to not play for like a month. Like, they're going to have so much time off of not playing in real games that like, I think they're going to be extremely rusty. And I think it's actually going to like work against the Chiefs. So anyway, fuck the Chiefs. Fuck the Kelsey brothers. Every commercial when you watch football right now, Jason Kelsey. Go away. Go
Train to Busan. Train to Busan. Welcome to 2025, you guys. The podcast is called Snarkbait. Go listen to it. Love it. 5-star it. Let's pray that none of them get sued, that they remain happy and healthy in their podcasting careers. And Sophie, thank you for cheering me up. This actually made me feel so good. I know I didn't make a lot of sense this hour, you guys, but thanks for being back. It killed me not podcasting for a week.
Same. I have no excuse, but yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Happy Monday.